is Bitcoin about to repeat history or to rewrite it? Well, right now, one of the biggest debates in crypto is whether the historical 4-year cycle is about to repeat and therefore remain undefeated, with a final top potentially hitting as soon as October. Or, dare I say it, is this time different? Have we hit the asset maturation phase, the moment that everything changes, institutions, ETFs, macro forces all coming together to stretch the cycle, delaying the top to 2026 or even further? The stakes, of course, couldn't be higher because these next 2 months will likely define the winners and losers of the cycle. Get this call wrong, you risk leaving some serious money on the table. Get it right, and you come away with life-changing wealth. It's pretty serious. So let's talk about the case for both theories, the likelihood for each one unfolding, and my current thoughts on when this cycle could be topping. Now, let's start with the classic argument, the 4-year cycle. This pattern is pretty clear when you zoom out. December 2013, December 2017, November 2021. Cycle top, cycle top, cycle top. Easy. Just sell the next 2-3 months, you're good, right? Every 4 years, like clockwork, market stop, it's over, bear market starts. Great. 3 data points isn't very much though. But damn, it's been pretty consistent so far with the Bitcoin halving schedule. So why might it hold once again? Well, for one, markets are driven by human psychology. The 4-year cycle isn't just a pattern anymore. It's become a meme in of itself. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Bitcoin's halvings have historically been the trigger for a supply shock, resulting in massive price expansion, with cycle tops coming 12 to 18 months later. That timeline would indeed line up for late 2025. Whilst this cycle has been more about ETF and institutional inflows than miners, it's still tough to ignore that having to top correlation. If it's going to break, next 2 months is when it's going to happen. Let's see. But this idea is hardwired right now into the brains of retail traders, analysts, and even institutions. And when enough people believe in something, the market can bend to that belief and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So we've had 3 tops roughly every 4 years. So maybe we get another one this time. And finally, of course, timing. Bitcoin's already made massive gains from the bear market low in November 2022. So the bull market's not just getting started. If this is the typical 4-year cycle, we should actually be just getting finished, essentially. We should be getting close to the cycle top, meaning the late 2025 top window is exactly what we should be looking for. So if you're in the 4-year cycle stays undefeated camp, the argument is very crystal clear. Buckle up, because October, maybe November, that's the point where the market does what it's always done. It peaks, and that's it. And it punishes those who weren't paying attention or started believing in extended cycle theories or any of that kind of stuff. But what if this isn't just another rinse and repeat cycle? What if the market structure has changed enough that the 4-year cycle finally breaks and the top doesn't come until 2026, 2027, or dare I say it, even later? We've reached the asset maturation phase, much like the gold ETF brought maturation to gold in an 8-year bull run. But guys, if you are trading these markets, you need a good exchange to do that on. That place is Femex, and they're giving insane deposit bonuses right now. $1,000, you get $200 back. Deposit $10,000, $999 back. $15K, $1,299 cash money back in your account. These are crazy, crazy deals. And if that's not enough, when you use the link right down below, they're going to instantly upgrade you to VIP level 2, meaning 50% off your spot trading fees, 40% off your futures trading fees. This is crazy. Look, Femex is a proven exchange. It works anywhere in the world. You're probably anywhere in the world, so it probably works for you. You might need a VPN in some cases. This promotion ends in just a couple days, so hop on board, hit the link down below, and claim your cash while it's still live. Thank you very much. Okay, so back to the regular scheduled programming. Guys, here's why this idea may not be so crazy. The obvious place to start here is that the majority of the price action is no longer driven by retail investors and the FOMO that comes along with it, which has been the defining factor of all previous cycle peaks. The spot ETFs have simply changed the game. The treasury asset companies have changed the game. You've got pension funds and sovereign wealth funds and corporations all buying millions and billions of Bitcoin and ETH now and Solana. Bitcoin treasury companies alone bought a record 159,000 BTC in Q2 with over $17.6 billion. It's crazy, man. Institutional flows move differently. They're more strategic. They're less emotional. That alone could smooth out what would normally be a sharp blow off top and a sharp bear market following, and stretch the cycle longer than most people anticipate currently. This means that institutions may also change what overheated even looks like for the cryptocurrency market. We have different buyers with different strategies. So all those trusted cycle top indicators that worked before, the pi cycle, the MV, RV, Z score, all that stuff might be different this time around. They may not work like they did before. And let's not forget, with the US dollar down over 10% since the start of the year, Bitcoin priced in gold is below the 2021 peak and the 2024 post-election euphoria. So that's hardly bubble territory, being honest about about it, guys, especially when you adjust the price for inflation. Then if we zoom out and take a look at the macro environment, Jerome Powell's term as Fed chair ends in May 2026. We're going to get a new guy who's going to cut the rates fast and hard. If Trump announces a dovish replacement later this year, which he's going to get a dovish replacement, and obviously, then history says markets will pump through this transition and dump when the new chair takes office. That timing lines up perfectly with an extended cycle thesis and global M2 predictions that show us topping probably around May, June, July next year. With a crypto-friendly administration and SEC, there's no crackdown in sight. That has previously coincided with market tops. In fact, this is the friendliest regulatory environment we've ever seen for crypto. That sudden rug pull risk just isn't the same anymore. In fact, we're probably going to get altcoin ETFs like Solana and XRP ETFs by the end of the year. So maybe this isn't the year that Bitcoin tops. Maybe the real fireworks don't hit until 2026. This is perhaps becoming more likely now that Bitcoin has broken down its current channel. If Bitcoin can hold above $98,000, then it means that the bull market is still intact and eventually we go higher in late 2025. Either that or the top's already in, which I highly, highly doubt. But given there's been no real euphoria yet, surely can't be the case the top's in, can it? So, after laying out the case for both sides, this is what I'm currently thinking. Way, way, way fucking higher for way fucking longer. Get over your PTSD. Until the macro says otherwise, we ball, okay? Because the macro right now isn't just giving those final top vibes, very much the opposite. Think about it. US PMI surprised the upside in August according to early data, meaning US business activity grew at the fastest rate recorded so far this year, adding to signs of a strong third quarter. Gold is staying strong above $3,300 an ounce. It's up 28% year to date. And copper could see a supply shock as tariffs are pushing futures higher. Put it all together and you get a business cycle that looks like it's going higher for longer. And as long as the economy's moving and the business cycle's cooking, liquidity is flowing, and the Fed's transition mode heading into 2026, which the market's going to continue to front run, it's hard to believe that October magically is the top of the market because it's happened 3 times before. But of course, I'm not married to this thesis. I trade the markets. I look what's in front of me and retry and read the data. The market can change fast, and if that happens, you got to change with it. But right now, my take is simple. The trend is higher until the macro says otherwise. So for me, that means taking profits on overheated alts, holding strong on Bitcoin, and watching macro like a hawk. At the end of the day, it's not about calling the Pico top perfectly because you're probably not going to. It's about staying positioned smartly, protecting gains, keeping exposure that lets you sleep at night. Okay? That's it. Thanks for watching.